1. Which feature of a computer-based test most improves fairness during high-stakes assessments? A. Allowing examinees to freely select test sections. B. Delivering identical question order to all candidates. C. Using random item sequencing from a controlled test bank. D. Allowing candidates unlimited time for each section. 2. In adult learning, which strategy best increases engagement during computer-based test preparation? A. Providing long lectures without interaction. B. Allowing self-directed practice using adaptive simulations. C. Limiting access to digital study materials. D. Requiring only printed manuals. 3. Which aspect of computer-based testing best supports regulatory compliance requirements? A. Manual scoring by instructors. B. Automated audit logs for system activity. C. Allowing candidates to submit handwritten notes. D. Displaying answer keys during the exam. 4. A mentor helping a learner navigate computer-based tests should prioritize which method? A. Giving the learner all answers beforehand. B. Clearly modeling test navigation and strategies. C. Discouraging questions about exam functions. D. Requiring the learner to memorize all instructions. 5. Which evaluation method is most enhanced by computer-based test platforms? A. Random verbal questioning. B. Automated scoring analytics. C. Handwritten essay scoring. D. Manual checkbox grading. 6. Which design element is essential when developing curriculum for computer-based test readiness? A. Eliminating all practice activities. B. Incorporating interactive digital assessments. C. Using only non-digital materials. D. Avoiding formative feedback. 7. In a secure computer-based testing environment, which action most protects test integrity? Allowing unrestricted internet access. B. Using proctoring software with identity verification. C. Allowing candidates to use personal devices. Turning off system monitoring tools. Effective communication during a computer-based test orientation requires A. Providing instructions in a single long paragraph. B. Delivering clear step-by-step system demonstrations. C. Reading all instructions rapidly without pauses. D. Avoiding questions from candidates. 9. Which principle of adult learning is most important in computer-based test preparation? A. Adults prefer passive content delivery. B. Adults are motivated by autonomy and relevance. C. Adults retain information best when lectured only. D. Adults should avoid practicing new technologies. 10. A major benefit of computer-based tests for evaluation specialists is A. Inconsistent scoring across test takers. B. Immediate access to performance data. C. Difficulty updating question banks. D. Reduced accuracy of scoring systems. 11. When developing items for a computer-based test, which factor is essential? A. Questions should be extremely long to challenge recall. B. Items must be aligned with validated competencies. C. Distractors should be obviously incorrect. D. All questions should test the same skill. 12. Which system feature best supports learners with accessibility needs during a computer-based test? A. Fixed contrast settings. B. Adjustable font size and screen reader compatibility. C. Mandatory time navigation. D. Unmodifiable keyboard input. 13. Which practice is most effective when mentoring learners who fear computer-based tests? A. Ignoring their concerns. B. Providing guided hands-on practice environments. C. Telling them computers are always easy to use. D. Requiring them to use advanced features immediately. 14. What is a key regulatory requirement for most computer-based testing facilities? A. Allowing open communication among test takers. B. Maintaining secure storage of digital test content. C. Showing test questions on public screens. D. Allowing use of personal email accounts. 15. Which CBT feature most enhances formative assessment during training? A. Immediate automated feedback. B. Delayed paper-based score reports. C. Randomized instructor scoring. D. Eliminating review screens. 16. When constructing a computer-based test, which factor improves measurement accuracy? A. Using consistent difficulty levels and validated items. B. Including only untested questions. C. Avoiding pilot testing. D. Allowing unlimited guessing without consequence. 17. Which communication strategy helps reduce examinee anxiety before a computer-based test? A. Providing vague instructions. Offering a clear demonstration of the testing interface. C. Limiting orientation time. D. Avoiding practice opportunities. 18. During curriculum development for CBT readiness, which component is essential? A. Interactive test simulations embedded in lessons. B. Replacing all technology-based components. C. Removing learning objectives. D. Eliminating performance criteria. 19. Which feature of a CBT system helps identify patterns of cheating or misconduct? A. Paper logs of student attendance. Digital monitoring of response times and navigation. C. Unrecorded manual grading. D. Allowing multiple logins per candidate. 20. Which benefit of CBT aligns with the principles of adult self-assessment? A. Delayed release of results. B. Real-time scoring and performance dashboards. C. Restricting feedback to instructors only. D. Prohibiting review of missed items. 21. When mentoring new staff on creating CBT items, which technique is most effective? A. Modeling good item writing and reviewing examples together. B. Allowing them to create items without guidance. C. Focusing only on non-digital questions. D. Avoiding discussion on distractor quality. 22. Which system feature best supports individualized learning plans in CBT preparation? A. Standardized static practice tests. B. Adaptive question pathways. C. Identical content for all learners. D. Minimal feedback options. 23. Which component is critical for verifying identity in a secure CBT environment? A. Personal handwritten signature. B. Biometric or multi-factor authentication. C. Candidate self-verification only. D. Informal supervisor recognition. 24. Which evaluation practice is most enhanced by CBT analytics? A. Estimating scores by visual inspection. B. Analyzing trends in learner performance over time. C. Scoring by physical rubrics. D. Manual score tabulation. 25. Which action best ensures fairness when delivering CBTs to diverse adult learners? A. Offering accessible practice tests. B. Designing only one form of the test. C. Limiting practice materials. D. Scheduling exams only in the morning. 26. Effective CBT communication scaffolding includes A. Using multimedia instructions. B. Delivering instructions without examples. C. Speaking quickly to save time. D. Ignoring candidate questions. 27. Which factor most improves candidate accuracy when navigating CBT simulations? A. Eliminating all tutorial resources. B. Providing guided walkthrough tutorials. C. Displaying multiple windows simultaneously. D. Removing navigation buttons. 28. Which CBT security measure prevents unauthorized content access? Open wireless networks. B. Secure encrypted testing platforms. C. Personal file sharing during exams. D. Allowing downloads of test materials. 29. What is a major advantage of CBTs for curriculum designers? A. Difficulty embedding assessments. B. Capability to update test items quickly and efficiently. C. Inability to track learning outcomes. D. Limited multimedia integration. In adult learning, CBT training is most effective when A. Learners apply skills through interactive practice. B. Learners only watch instruction without interaction. Learners receive only printed study guides. D. Practice tests are avoided. 31. Which feature allows CBT systems to reduce test anxiety? A. Clear practice environment that mirrors the real test. B. Complex and unfamiliar interface. C. Timers that cannot be viewed. D. Hidden navigation features. 32. Which method helps instructors evaluate learner readiness for CBT? A. Random guessing tests. B. Digital performance diagnostics. C. Attendance lists only. D. Paper-based attendance quizzes. 33. Which component of CBT supports regulatory audit requirements? Encrypted data storage with time-stamped logs. B. Untracked candidate activity. C. Paper-only records. D. Manual unlocking of computers. 34. When mentoring adults in CBT preparation, which approach is most effective? A. Individualized coaching based on learner needs. Giving identical instruction to all learners. C. Ignoring variations in experience levels. D. Allowing no questions during sessions. 35. Which design feature improves fairness across multiple CBT forms? A. Using equivalent test blueprints and psychometrically balanced items. B. Randomly creating items with no blueprint. C. Allowing each form to differ substantially in difficulty, using unvalidated new items each time. 36. Which CBT support tool assists learners with different learning preferences? A. Interactive tutorials and multimodal resources. B. Single text instructions only. C. Highly technical instructions. D. Removing help features. 37. Which factor best helps ensure test-taker authentication throughout a CBT session? A. Automated identity verification checkpoints. B. Allowing users to share accounts. C. Letting users log in from unknown devices. D. Disabling monitoring tools.